Welcome to our video today on being able to add and subtract fractions. Okay, to start with, we're going to start off with two fractions. We've got a third and we want to add to it a half. Now, you cannot add fractions when the denominator is different. You need to make the denominator the same. One simple way to do that is to multiply your denominators together. In this case, 3 times 2, which is 6. So 6 will become our new denominator. Then we ask the question, what have I done to 3 to get to 6? What have I multiplied 3 by to get to 6? And I've multiplied it by 2. So I multiplied the 1 by 2. And notice on this diagram, cross multiplied it, so 1/3 is the same as 2/6. And then I asked the same question with the 2. What have I done to 2 to get to 6? I multiplied it by 3. So I do exactly the same with the 1 here. I multiply it by 3. If you look at that diagram, that can help you with working this out. So I end up with 2/6 plus 3/6, and if I add them together, my new fraction is over 6. I get 5/6. So 1/3 plus 1/2 is 5/6. If I'm doing a takeaway, similar things apply, except that I'm doing a takeaway instead of an add. So I'd multiply 6 times 5, which gives me my new fraction over 30. Notice I put the takeaway in there. Then I cross multiply. I've done 6 times 5, so I'm going to do 5 times 5, which is 25, and 1 times 6, which is 6. So I've got 25 take away 6 over 30, which will be 19/30. So 5/6 take away 1/5 is 19/30. But what about a mixed number, I hear you say? Well, when we're adding two mixed numbers, we can do a little bit of a shortcut. Okay, I'll show you the two methods. This method will not work for subtraction. You have to do the second method for subtraction. What I'm going to do is take away my whole numbers. So 3 plus 2 is 5, and I'm going to store that up and bring that in later. So what I've got to work with now is 4/5 plus 1/3. And I do that exactly the same as I've just done. I do 5 times 3, which is 15. So my new fractions are both over 15. And I do 4 times 3, which gives me 12. And I'm adding to it 5/15, because a third, I've multiplied my 3 by 5. So I multiply my 1 by 5, and I get 5/15. And I add the two together to get 17/15. And then I change this back into a mixed number. So that'll be 1, because there's one lot of 15 and 17, and 2/15 left over. But I need to remember to bring in my 5 whole numbers that I had at the beginning. So I'll end up with 6 2/15 as my answer. Okay, as I said, that will not work if you're doing a takeaway. So the next method when you're doing a takeaway will work, but we'll show it you with the addition. Same numbers, 3 4/5 plus 2 1/3. The first thing to do is to change each number into an improper fraction. If you refer back to the video we've got on that, that will help you. To do that, I'm doing 5 times 3, which is 15, add 4, which will give me my new fraction, which is over 5, which is 19/5. And with the 2 1/3, I'm multiplying 2 by 3, which is 6 plus 1 gives me 7. So I've got 7/3. Now I'm going to do my addition with 19/5 plus 7/3. And I'm going to do it exactly the same way as before, multiplying 5 times 3 to give me 15. Then 19 times 3, 57. And 7 times 5, which would give me 35. And then I'm adding up my two numbers at the top here, 57 and 35. I keep my denominator the same. My numerators I add together. And if it was a takeaway, I'd take them away. Ended with 92 over 15. And then we work out how many 15s are there in 92. Well, it's 6, and there's 2 15ths left over. So we get the same answer as before. What I would say is if you're doing a takeaway, if this was a takeaway, this is the correct method to use. With addition, you can use the other method. Thank you for watching. I hope that's helped you with the addition and subtraction of fractions.